sir. I am John Nicolai P. Arales, PhD at Math 1A of Western Mindanao State University. And today, sir, I would like to ask you some questions about our Ped102 about lesson plan. So, for my first question, sir, how do we prepare for a quality teaching, or how do we prepare for a quality teaching, sir?
Okay, as an educator, you literally need to become prepared before you enter your classroom. When I say prepared, you are knowledge-wise equipped, and you have planned ahead of time on the lessons that you will going to tackle or to give to your student. Because being prepared before having the class is necessary in the teaching and learning process, because you cannot teach what you do not also know, and you do not prepare for yourself rather. You can't enter the classroom without much preparation. And when I say preparation, you need to equip yourself with the necessary knowledge in the particular subject or lesson that you will be discussing with the class.
So thank you so much, sir, for your answer, sir. So for our second question, sir, what are the essential characteristics of a good and well-written lesson plan?
Okay. For me, a good and a well-written lesson plan must first be specific. You need to become specific on the lessons that you need to inculcate your students, and as well you need to be specific on the activities or the learning assessment that you need to give to your student, and also it should be measurable. Next is your lesson plan must be achievable, because at the end of the day, if your lesson plan is not achievable, how come you can execute the lesson properly? And next, it is your lesson plan must have the relevance. And lastly, your lesson plan must be on the time frame given. So for me, that is the best way to describe a quality lesson plan.
So thank you so much, sir. So that's all for my answer. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
A lesson plan is a blueprint for the teacher. Actually, like if you're an engineer, they have this blueprint. For the teachers, lesson plan is actually the blueprint, a guide. But not necessarily that whatever is written there, you are to execute that, because when you are in your class, you cannot really tell as to what will happen. Lesson plan is just a plan, but when you execute that, not necessarily that you are to follow whatever you've written there, because what is really important is that the reality, the actual presentation. In order to achieve quality teaching, we really have to master our craft, no? Of course, you have to read, and you have to research, and you have to be updated as to the current information or ideas. Another thing, as a teacher, you're not only encouraged to be creative, but you are encouraged to be resourceful, and then you need to ask help from other teachers or other friends, other professionals, so that you will also grow as a person. It's actually the most important thing for a teacher to do. You really need to have a plan. In anything you do, you really have to have a plan. So for the teachers, in order for you to execute your lesson well, you really have to plan it in advance, so that during your class, you will not be like shooting anything or thinking of whatever you want to deliver to your students. We are guided actually in the ed or in private institutions. We are guided with competencies, so we really have to target these competencies. In DepEd, we call it MELCs. Yeah, So everything is actually there presented, and then all you have to do is incorporate these the MELCs or the learning competencies. So that's it.
Thank you, ma'am.